Welcome back to Bravo Breaking News. I am your host, Kim, aka Bravo Breaking News on Instagram. And guys, the day that we have been waiting for finally came yesterday. Something About Her had its grand opening. And of course, I was there to support our girlies, Ariana and Katie, every step of the way.
Okay, you guys, it is all happening. I am at the opening of Something About Her, ready for some sandwiches.
And as promised, I am here to tell you all about it. Yes, I'm going to share my experience on grand opening day, how long I waited, how the sandwiches were, whether it was all worth it, including some insider info that Katie and Ariana gave me about not only the delay of Something About Her, but also what we can expect in the future. So I'm going to get into it all. But before I dive in, you guys know what to do. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any more Bravo Breaking News. Okay, so let's start from the beginning. They announced their opening day, May 22nd, a few weeks ago on Watch What Happens Live. And ever since then, I have been counting down to this opening. I saw in an article, I think on the WeHo Times, before they even posted it on their Instagram, that it was going to be opening at 10 a.m. So my plan was to get there around 9 a.m. Now, in case you guys don't know, I live in Orange County. So I did leave my house at 7 a.m. yesterday to get up to LA by 9 and kind of scope out the area, see what was going on. I did arrive around 9 and there were only 2 people outside. Now remember, this is only an hour before opening. I thought the line was going to be way longer at this point. But luckily, there was a really cute coffee shop right next door. Shout out to Alana's. Great coffee, great vibe. So I got a coffee and hung out inside the coffee shop for a few minutes. But by 9:15, people were starting to line up. So I went outside, I got in line around 9:15, and I was probably about 15th in line at this point. The line was growing quickly by the minute, and so everybody waited patiently for the store to open. Press was starting to arrive. We did see Ariana and Katie arrive, and 10 o'clock kind of came and went. I was getting a little nervous, but Katie and Ariana did come out and announce that unfortunately, the morning had started off with an issue with their POS system. Now, this is the point of sale system that they ring people up with. And obviously, that is not a problem you want to have during your opening day. But Ariana explained that they were going to start off slow until they got everything working and still let people in. So by about 10:30, they were ready to open. They started letting people in. Now, remember, I am 15th in line, so I am waiting patiently. So by about 11:30, my friends and I, Mackenzie and Michelle, finally got seated inside. Now, you did have the choice to get a to-go order. So people were kind of going in front of us. They could go inside, check out the sandwich shop, mingle with Ariana and Katie, and order sandwiches to go. But we wanted to wait to sit inside the restaurant, so that's what we did. While we waited, Katie and Ariana even came out. They were talking to everybody waiting in line. They even went through the entire line to take pictures with every single person waiting, which I thought was really nice of them. Obviously, we're all waiting to see them. So that was a great move on their part while everybody was anxiously awaiting their sandwiches. So we finally get in, and of course, we are greeted by the one and only Terry Maloney. Yes, Katie's mom. We love her here. She was an absolute gem. She was running that ship like no other. She was taking orders, bussing tables, seating people. She was working hard. And honestly, so were the girls. So when we first got in, Ariana and Katie were still making their way through the line. So what you do is you get up, you go to the register, you order your sandwiches, and then you find a seat and they bring the sandwiches to your table. Not only was I able to order sandwiches, but I was also able to order Loverboy. Yes, Something About Her is carrying Loverboy, which I love. As far as drinks go, they do offer Loverboy and Aveline wine, another one of my favorites. They do not offer liquor. They do not even offer soda. So you kind of have a choice of some teas, some juices, and then some wine and spritzers from Loverboy. So we sit down and we're waiting for our sandwiches, and Ariana and Katie come back in after taking pictures with everybody, and they are working up a storm. They are bussing tables. They are fluffing pillows. They are bringing out sandwiches. They are checking with everybody to make sure that their orders are ready to go. And honestly, I absolutely loved to see it. They were so hands-on. They were not just standing there, sitting pretty, looking pretty. Of course, they're beautiful, but they were actually working and making sure that everything was going smoothly and efficiently. And honestly, I have to give a shout out to the entire Something About Her team. From the girls that were standing at the front door, to the people inside taking our orders, to the people in the back making the sandwiches. Everybody was so friendly, so professional, very poised and relaxed, which I was surprised about, seeing as the chaos and the long lines that were going on outside. Everybody handled it beautifully. It was beautifully executed, so I just have to give a shout out to the entire team for making this happen. So we waited, I think it was less than 10 minutes for our sandwiches. They were super quick, but they came out fresh, they were warm, and I gotta say, guys, I absolutely loved them. Now, I did have a standout favorite, but let me review all of the sandwiches that we tried. So we ordered 3 different sandwiches. I also do want to share my menu that I took home, and I did get Katie and Ariana's little autographs there. I saw somebody else doing it, and I was like, you know what? That's going to be a cute keepsake, so I'm going to copy you. Okay, so what we did order was the Drew, the Kate, and the Viola. Okay, so first up is the Drew, which is an artisan baguette, whipped chive-infused goat cheese, mango jalapeno jam, shaved pink lady apple, cucumber, olive oil, rich balsamic glaze, arugula, fresh mint, salt, and pepper. This sandwich was delicious. It was super flavorful. I think my favorite part about it was definitely the mango jalapeno jam that totally made the sandwich. It almost kind of like melted in your mouth. It was so delicious. My only critique of this was that the baguette was a little tough. I wish it was a little softer, a little easier to bite into, but it did seem fresh. It was super tasty. I'm going to give this one, I think, an 8 out of 10. I think next time there's an option to add prosciutto. I think I will add prosciutto for the next time. But if you are going, this is definitely one to try. Now let's talk about the Kate. So the Kate is rustic ciabatta, burrata, heirloom tomatoes, shallots, homemade balsamic onion marmalade, oregano, fresh basil, salt, and pepper. Now, if you love a caprese sandwich, this is definitely for you. I love a caprese sandwich. I thought this was good. I will say I don't think there was really anything special about it. I think it was just a good caprese sandwich. The balsamic was good. The bread was super fresh and easy to chew. And the ingredients all worked well together. I mean, there's nothing wrong with this sandwich. Nothing just really stood out for it about me. So I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. Now, my favorite sandwich of the day and the one you guys must try when you go is the Viola. So the Viola is golden sourdough, grilled, smoked turkey, chipotle mayo, roasted red pepper, homemade balsamic onion marmalade, smoked Gouda, shaved cucumber, red onion. This was my favorite sandwich of the day. I mean, it was so delicious, grilled perfectly. I love a toasted bread on anything by itself on a sandwich. This was grilled to absolute perfection. Like, I don't know why people are saying in the comments that it looks burnt. I absolutely loved it. It was crispy. The Gouda melted in your mouth and the flavors just worked so well together. This is a sandwich that I would go back and get. If I lived closer, I would probably be going there at least once a week to order this sandwich. So if you guys go, make sure you order the Viola because I'm giving this sandwich a 10 out of 10. So while we enjoyed the sandwiches, we also got to just enjoy the vibe inside. I mean, this place is gorgeous. In case you guys didn't know, it was designed by the set designer of Nancy Meyers movies. I mean, she has all these iconic cafes and restaurants in a lot of her movies and kitchens, and I guess that's where Katie and Ariana got their inspiration. And it is so cute. The vibe is absolutely lovely. They are playing kind of like Parisian European music, and it is just, it's such like a romantic, girly, feminine vibe, and I absolutely loved it. It is definitely a place you want to stay and hang out in. I got to chat with Katie and Ariana a little bit. I even got a photo with them inside, of course, and they did share a bit of interesting info with me. Now, of course, I brought up the patio. I think that was one of the main reasons for the delay because, as we know, there was this super cute patio that Something About Her had. It had to be demolished and totally taken down due to city restrictions. And so that caused Katie and Ariana to have to spend a lot of money and a lot of time to get that sorted out and taken care of. I asked Ariana, I was like, wasn't this patio here when you guys got the space? And she said that that patio was around before she was even born. So that was not their fault at all. That was something that happened that was totally out of their control. The city somehow decided to come for them for their patio, which had been there for decades before they even got the space. So that was definitely one of the issues that they had to deal with. You know, Katie shared that there were also a lot of issues with the kitchen. They had to get things fixed and reinstalled and drains installed and stuff. It was like all this stuff that just was happening behind the scenes. And, you know, she was kind of bummed that people actually didn't believe them, that they actually had permit issues and things to deal with. I mean, opening a brick and mortar business takes time, and I commend them for sticking with it and working through everything because we are finally here. I also asked them about some outdoor seating options. Are we going to have a patio to sit on in the future? And Katie said, you know, there is a little alley next to the restaurant that they are thinking about putting some tables and chairs. But of course, they have to get that approved by the city and some other local businesses. So in time, we may get some outdoor seating for something about her, because let me tell you guys, this place is tiny. I mean, when I say tiny, I'm pretty sure it is about like 3 arm lengths wide. I mean, this place is tiny. It has 7 tables. And I'm sure you guys have seen the reviews from some disgruntled fans that did go and have to stand in line for a while. And I don't know what to say. I mean, we've seen this place go through construction. We've seen the inside of it on TV. It is tiny, guys. This place has 7 tables. There are literally 7 tables. 6 of them are 2 tops, and 1 which is like a 4 to 6 top. So, I mean, we're talking like 20 customers max inside. So, of course, if you get there and there are hundreds of people in line, it's not looking good that you are going to make it in. But the something about her team was passing out water to everybody who was waiting, and they were actually letting people take their time inside. Now, I don't know if they maybe should have set a time limit for people that were eating inside that day, but you were definitely rewarded for getting there early, because I got in no problem. I mean, I did have to wait about 2 hours to get in, but my experience was nothing short of amazing. I mean, I got to talk to Katie and Ariana. We got our sandwiches. Everything worked very smoothly and efficiently. I honestly have 0 complaints, and I think that Katie and Ariana can call this opening day a success, in my opinion. I know that a lot of people were waiting and weren't able to get sandwiches before they closed, but my recommendation, guys, if you are planning a trip there in the next couple weeks, even month, get there early. Get there a little bit before opening. I mean, this is a business that has been promoted on the biggest reality show in the world right now. Of course, it's going to be busy, so expect lines. Get there early, and I promise you, it will all be worth it. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Are you going to make a trip to something about her? Were you there yesterday? Are you planning to go anytime soon? Let me know in the comments, and make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any more Bravo Breaking News.